Hello, welcome to Sunday morning coffee. It is Sunday and I have coffee. That's almost a catchphrase. I need to keep track of what number we're on now because I used to introduce with that, but I've forgotten. But we've been doing it for quite some months now. Today I have some more of the existing miniatures to show you. I have Good Morning George. I have the painted lumberjills, some of the things I've shown on the Morning John, on the, what's the words, random unplanned videos in the week, so you might have seen them, but other people haven't, so I've got those. I've got the dispatch riders to show you, but on a caveat that they are test prints before you fully judge them, but the actual things should be finished for next week. It's my fault, because I forgot to, he's changed them up quite a bit, but I have to double check all the details. And last time I did that on the Bofas and skimped it, there was a problem. So I'm making sure that I do it properly this time. And then it turns out I've had no time. Hi Tom, in and out, good to see you. Everyone else who's just sort of joined in. Oh, chicken! Oh god, god damn it. Have I got chickens here? I might have to run downstairs to get the chickens. I totally forgot. They're in my fruit bowl. Maybe I should run now while people are starting, but then they might not turn up. Well, it's strange that I haven't got the chickens up here. I've got the beer set on this table of stuffs. Morning, there's lots of you here this morning. This is excellent. Yes, hello. And I am feeling better, thank you very much. I'm very sorry I had to cancel Recon yesterday because I was not good. I don't want to just moan about my health all the time, and I feel a bit crappy every time I post it because yeah, it just seems like I'm the illest creature ever, but I am. But I'd had a very poorly night Friday and just could not do Saturday, and I hate it because I hate letting people down, but it would have utterly destroyed me if I'd gone, and I'm really glad that I made the decision to not. Yeah, I don't know, I don't normally do hair, but I had Anjali over on Friday and she's inspired me to try some hair, so also it really needed washing, so I thought if I put a hairspray on it, it won't be as obvious. But it also means I get to wear this, which is my little Christmas hairpiece. So, yeah, a little sign about gone fishing. Yeah, I'm hoping to be back at normal Annie ass kicking level, which is great because it sucks. But if anyone saw, well, the live video on what was it? Friday with Anjali was mayhem, and I felt bad after I dropped out of the thing on Saturday. Because it was such mayhem, I thought people would assume that we were hungover or something, but we hadn't actually been drinking at all. Had one beer in Bugman's, but that was it. Angela had just had like some crazy coffee high. But then if you saw the stream on Thursday, then me dropping out on Saturday was no surprise. I did like an impromptu, absolutely buggered video where I was just like, what? But yeah, I pretty much just slept and played a bit of Pokemon yesterday, and then I still spent a few hours doing a Kickstarter update, but sitting at a computer in this amazing poncho jumper that my mother given me, if she is watching. Thank you, Mother. Yes, thank you, Jimmy. The seasonal hairpiece. Yes, right, let's get to some stuff. What have I missed? Yes, yeah, it's always that people go, take it easy, I can't, especially when there's a Kickstarter on, because it's like a little fire that you have to keep stoking or it'll die. That's horrible. But it is, because as soon as it gets a bit quiet, then people start unbacking, and yeah, and when you update, there's so many strange things about Kickstarters. When you update, it's guaranteed someone will unback immediately. So the updates have been taking me so long because normally I can just go blah, 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 blah. But I'll think, oh, actually I need to double check that. Research, come back, yep. And then I get distracted and it takes like, yeah, it can take hours to do the updates. And you're like, and press, and there's an unbacker, damn it. But the good news is since yesterday, we unlocked the doggos, yes! I even made sure I didn't say doggos in an update in case the word doggo infuriated anyone enough to unback, but now I've said it, so it'll... The curse. I am feeling perky. I'm enjoying this. I'm liking this thing here. It's interesting lump. And actually my 40s pearls are alright. I might miss, maybe this will be a look. So, I've got... It has been a week. I've also... So, Joe Brumby is sculpting the doggo, Papa's best boys and girls. And, morning, Mum. Wearing your poncho jumper. See, do wear the things. Mum brings me up clothes pretty much every time she comes, and I think she's convinced I've bin them all because I don't wear them all at once when I see her, so look. So where are we at? Yes, the dogs have been unlocked, the hero dogs, and I was I was still not great yesterday. I was very emotional, and I was feeling the worst for cancelling recon. Hang on, what was it? Not in case it was too close to things which safe for work filters to kill, but sorry, what? What was it? Totally lost where I was going. Where was I going? Dogs, puppies. Yes, so I was feeling sorry for myself yesterday because I wasn't at the show, so I was like, I've let everyone down, I've not made money that I need to be making and all this sort of nonsense. So I decided to do some work on the Kickstarter. And and then I started looking at hero dogs and I was like some sort of emotional wreck. I wish there'd been like a hidden camera or something. So there was... I've read all the stories before, I was just rereading them to put into the update, and one of them was the Smokey, the tiny terrier. She's got so many little tails, not tails, but there's a video, and old man veterans is like my weak spot, where you see a sad old man from the war, because it's that like... It's the toxic masculinity, that whole cultural man thing of men crying being a difficult thing to achieve, and old men from that era where it was especially like, we're a man, we don't emotion. So when you see sorry, I'm reading comments, old man veterans crying about the war, it's just like extra harrowing. And there's someone made a film about the Smokey the dog, which doesn't look that great, but there was a small part of it which just showed a bit of the video, and then at the end you see the man who was Smokey's handler go up to this statue there's like a memorial statue of her in the helmet, which is the same sort of sculpt we'll be doing. So it builds you up with like, we found this dog, and he became the first service dog, yeah. And it's just a beautiful tale, and then it clips and shows you the old man. I can't remember his name. He's still alive. He's I think he's 94, and he goes up to the little statue and he's saying, it's been 60 years since we lost Smokey, but I still think of her every day. And I was like, oh no! I watched it 4 times in a row at that exact point. I just went, ah! She was the best doggo. You should watch that. I put it in the update. Yeah, she lived to 14, I think, so there's no traumatic story in there. She was just like, she did all the war and then just like lived a long life afterwards, so it's all quite wholesome. But it was just, yeah, this old guy looking at his old war buddy. So yeah, you should get hero doges. The other dogs are Mum says, Jesus, I'm influenced. The other dogs are Beauty and Rip, who are Blitz doggos, and I don't think that either of them were specifically trained for it. The same as Smokey. So there's obviously whole sections where they train animals for war and for various tasks. Smokey was found in the woods, well, in the jungle. She's an American dog. She shouldn't really be in this Kickstarter, but she has to be in here. So because I saw it when I first found, I was like, yeah, that's not waiting until my American minis. Yeah, she has to be done now. But yeah, Blitz, Beauty and Rip were, I think they were both strays that were found sort of just during the Blitz, and they ended up being Blitz dogs that helped identify where there were people under rubble and helped get them out and stuff like that. So they've got awards. They have the Dickin Medal, and Smokey had a sort of later on awarded one. There's an RSPCA and a PDSA, and she got 8. I can't remember what they're called. I've put it on the thing. 8 gold stars or something. 8 awards for being a good dog, basically, which is amazing. And there's some really amazing tales. She had her own parachute as well. Morning, everybody who has joined. There's been quite a lot of text in there. What have I got? Oh, I didn't know that. So yeah, some companies block the word doggo because it's obviously not a work thing. Ah, that's interesting to know. I've never thought about company blocks. Ella Fitzgerald isn't British but deserves her own mini. Hells yeah, I've been listening to Ella all week. I started putting 40s music on just to get in the mood, and I ended up listening to loads and loads. And Louis Armstrong, of course, but then there's other ones that I haven't got the names of yet because I'm listening to them enough. But she will we'll be doing a whole, this is a spoiler, we'll be doing a whole load of Americans, so whilst we're trying to keep into the British at the moment, or at least people that were in Britain, because otherwise there's just a million options, and there's just so much. On entertainment side, we're doing, hopefully, if we unlock her, Adelaide Hall, who is American, but she came over to the UK as a performer, unfortunately, just before the war broke out, and instead of going back to America, she stayed here, and here, not in Nottingham, in my house. She stayed in the UK and joined the ENTSA, I think it's called, the entertainment service. And she's ENTSA, yes, Edwin. And I'm hoping to do a couple more of those as well. So she's got the story of her singing during the Blitz, and she did like 55 songs or something in one night, whilst they were all getting bombed. Sorry. Accidental Glenn Miller, yes, lots of Glenn Miller. Maybe, I think it's just infiltrated my mind, to be fair. Yeah, Ella Fitzgerald did one of the performances in, I think it was in London, and there was just bombs going off all the time. And yeah, they just carried on performing the night through, like, let's do another song. Sorry I'm late, I was trying to cast this to my TV. It took me a while, but I did it. Oh no, I'm in large format. I'm on the telly. Anything I missed? Yeah, Vera Lynn, Gracie Fields. I want to do a few performers actually. It's just, yeah, there's still a million left. We've got a week, so it ends this time next Sunday. My goal at the moment is to be unlocking something every day, which we're doing. And maybe Friday, I think, I'm going to unleash the Mega Pledge. So that's the everything. And at the same time, because the downside when you do it this way, it's quite an awkward way of doing it, but it's the only way to do it when you do it doing a traditional Kickstarter. I will have another sip and so yeah, so say I put an everything pledge up and people have been going, right, I've got the starter pledge and I've been adding, say you're an example person who wants everything, so you've got your 55 quid and then you've added all the things up, and then I do the everything pledge, which say saves like, I haven't added it up, I won't because it's Friday, but say it's like 10 to 15% off or something, that person's going to go for the everything pledge and their pledge level's actually going to go down. And that, I've seen it happen on Kickstarters where I'm like, oh, that's a bit so what I'm going to do is when that's launched, it's going to cut when the everything pledge is launched, it's going to come with inbuilt unlocks. So for example, say your pledge is for £100 of stuff, and I do the, sorry, my brain, I'm hoping you understand what I'm going on about. So say you've pledged for £100 of stuff, and then I do the everything pledge. It'll be, and normally that would then be, say, 85 quid. I'll actually unlock a couple packs at the same time, so the everything pledge will be over 100. So your pledge will either stay the same or go up, basically. So it just stops this like mass downwarding, which is the fear. I think I did that with one of the Ghosts of Gaia, because I hadn't thought about it and went, oh yeah. And people go, I'm really sorry, Annie, I've put my pledge down, but it's because I've gone for the everything pledge. So I'm like, oh yeah, I hadn't thought about that, but yes. So there will be some other stuff unlocked at the same time, which is what I'm saving some of the things for. And then everything, so Friday, I reckon it's going to be Friday, because that's people will be off work, well, leaving work and getting in the mood for some more minis. Then anything that is unlocked after that will be added free to the mega pledge. And I obviously didn't do that from the start because we have no idea what we're going to unlock, but I'll leave it so that, you know, there could be up to 3 more packs unlocked, so that makes the mega pledge then really, really good value for money. And hopefully that'll be that last surge as well, so we'll be unlocking like crazy, and then I'll regret saying this. I'll show you some stuff, shall we? So I'll go through these briefly because I have shown people. I'm going to do a separate video, just sort of touring around them rather than doing my sort of awkward. But these are the lumberjills. I was just doing a heckin' saw. Show you there. It's tough. Show and tell. Teamwork. Hello, Anjali. Good day. My partner in crime. You inspired me to try a hair. I've got some random. Oh yeah, I'll show you these first. So I've got Axe Lady. Dun, 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 dun. Arnie Lady. Yes. At first I wasn't sure whether the whether it was a good idea having the log as a separate piece, and I was thinking I'm sure that could be cast in one, but I'm really glad actually that it hasn't, because the downside with sometimes when things are all together you've got to fill in the gaps and it can make a bit chonk, so there would have had to be almost like a weird arm bit squished. You'd have to proper squish it into it, so I like that there's that little gap. Small details. She had a flower on her. Famous pin-up one. Yes. Well, thank you, Anjali. I also have my pearls. I tried doing the head wrap thing with the Union flag, but it didn't work very well. I'm still learning. I've got the ATS, which just hadn't got round to having painted. So they were an older release, but they are included in the Kickstarter for the add-ons. So I just thought I'd show you those. So there's the Tea Lady. These are all painted by John. So she's going, whoo. She looks a bit knackered. She looked like me on Thursday. Have you tried Log Lady carrying anything else? I haven't yet. That's gonna be my. I haven't got any casts here, so I won't have. Let's turn around that way. So she's the other look sitting down. I do believe there'll be some Luftwaffe up there. I cannot see or hear the word Luftwaffe without thinking of the Mitchell and Webb crazy historian sketch, so that's a thing. There's this one. Tea is a vital part of the war effort. So there's her. And I'm going to take another sip of coffee. Then I might show you some bicycle stuff and watch Rob scream because they're not complete. It's okay, Rob, I've got caveats with it. Rob, who has sculpted this, is watching. So. So the dispatch riders are incredible, and they are incredible. Had a meeting with the caster on Wednesday, so it was handy. Rob's given me, put them small. Rob's given me these test prints, and there's still like bits of tweaking and backfilling and stuff like that to do. But it was good to have something physical to see, and when I gave them to the caster, it meant that we had the rough measurements, so we can see how they fit in moulds, which helps sort of a price out. It's why I never put solid RRPs on the Kickstarter. So, you know, some people go, this will be £20, but on the Kickstarter it's £18, because I'm not entirely sure. We don't know till they're moulded how much they're going to cost. So I can put a vague price at the Kickstarter, and then I usually undercost it a bit. So I'd rather you saved a bit than paid more. So you always get a good deal, basically. But it means that you don't get too good a deal that means that it costs me or anything like that. And having never done bikes or anything that sort of, because I was trying to compare them to horses, like they're not really comparable, that it needed an extra meeting just to see what sort of pricing they'd be. And during that, as I predicted, we ended up going, yeah, these have got to be in resin. They don't have to be in resin, and they're sculpted to be in metal, but they're so lovely that it's like, these have got to be in resin just because the detail and the just loveliness. So I'm going to show you them, but they are very like sort of like low res prints, and very hastily chopped off the scaffolding. But yeah, just as an idea, basically. So there's 2 packs, so I'm not going to go too close because then you won't get it. So this is in a sort of cold weather gear, straight up riding. So we had to have the discussion of where they're chopped as well. Boop, boop, get out the road, and things like, does this need to be complete and all that stuff. Yeah, we figured to put them in a resin. Oh well, now I have my awesome resin people. Resin's always better, but the cost's more. But because they're quite chunky, they'd end up costing about the same in metal. So I'm thinking, screw it, let's just resin them. So it's going to be bike, body, and then our hands and handlebar. And because it's multi-part, again, assembling it in resin is much easier. This is the variant. Yeah, I'm not going to fully show it. So she's got a letter there that she's handing over. Oh yeah, I haven't really shown anyone these. So she's with, and she's also got her friend. So some of the changes we need to do. So because they're basically like a first draft, so I'll give you a close up of her. So she's wonderful. But most of my World War II is sculpted by Alan, and this is sculpted by Rob. So Rob's making a few changes now just to make her more in the style of Alan's. So make the hands a bit chunkier, also for casting as well. And the feet need to be cut to about here. So because he's a freelance sculptor, he sculpts for all these different people, including GW, you know. Some of the Hobbit stuff is very good. He's a good boy as well. Yes, it's, you know, everyone's got a scale, got their own sort of scale a bit different. So that's why he does that sort of first draft, and then we can see what needs sort of chopping and changing. He's also scaling them down ever so slightly because they'd creeped up a bit to be. I was gonna say hobbits. They're 25mm, but yeah. So I'll give you a little quote. Whoop. So this lady. So each pack you get a rider and then a mini diorama. So she's going, thank you for my letter. I will pass that on. So I'm going to talk to Lardis about doing a scenario for this as well. So like send the letter. So that's just one pack. And then the other pack I haven't shown because they're not done. Whoop. Oh, I'm sorry, dropped her there. This lady's also been dropped, as you can tell, but she's getting changed loads anyway. So I didn't show you because there's loads of changes and not everyone reads the small print. So she is going to have a map over here. So she's going to be looking down at the map, figuring out where she's going to drive to. So you can see where I say they're not finished, these little gaps, little bits like this all need filling in, because they just will not cast. But again, another caveat, it's not a sculpture error, it's a get them printed quickly to show Annie before they're finished thing. So it's that sort of good idea. And I can show you her. So they're in different uniforms. So they were in the cold weather. These ones are in sort of standard wrens. She's got the cap and clothes on. Yep, see another bit like that. That'll need to be filled in. But then she'll be separate. So that gap will need filling. But that won't, because that'll be a separate part. So another backstage piece of information is when you're designing the sculpts and even sculpting them, working with sculptors, there's always a whole discussion on each one of what needs tweaking for castability. So to run a company, you have to have a certain amount of understanding of it. So the casters know. And the people I work with, the sculptors are very good at knowing that sort of stuff. The casters are very good at knowing that sort of stuff. But it's really easy just to miss something because you're thinking this looks really cool, but you're not. What's the word? You just miss stuff because that's what people do. So then I have to double check all those sort of details, which is the whole thing. So say at the moment Rob hasn't come around with latest prints because I need to go through all the details on these, all their clothing and the hat, I think, just to check everything is correct. I've got some of the existing minis, just to sort of show in case anyone hasn't seen them. I've got a nice turnout today, I like this, 30 people. So this is one of the Women's Home Defence. What was it? It likes auto-focusing on my face. It's a good face, so I'd do it. This is one of the workers. Carrying that hay. Oh yes, we unlocked the Land Army horse, the lady on the horse, which is cool. And I want to look at I think one of the Sarissa wagons would fit, and I need to have a little look at that. And see how that would attach to a horse, because I think I might sort of auto unlock that so you can get an extra bit to attach a little trailer, but also then I can put some hay, some of my guinea pig hay, and some of like these ladies sort of poking in. I love them. What's going on up there? There's a lot of binoculars in World War II. That's another one. What else do I have to show you? This miniature, she's in the Land Army working pack. Very few people have actually pointed it out, but you must have noticed. It comes with a bonus guinea pig. So when Alan was sculpting, it said she could be sorting some potatoes, or she could be petting her pig. So if you open it and go, why is there a guinea pig? It actually fits really nicely under there. We've got the latest update I wish I had a coffee minion I could go. I need more coffee for the stream. I'm running out of coffee. I'll probably go and past the half an hour. I'll do my annual weekly time check, please. If someone could just post what the time is. Oh, blam. What was I going to say? Doggo scale, because it's hard to tell scale of things. I don't know because I haven't got them in hand yet. Oh, and Joe messaged this morning and said he's just finishing them off now. He's a bit uncertain about Smokey because she's so small. I bet it's amazing though. So I don't have any scale to hand, but this is one of the Valhunda that Joe sculpted, so I'm guessing it's going to be this sort of size. And I'll probably just whack them in the add-ons too. So there's a vague scale, so I haven't seen them yet. For all I know, there could be a Normos. So we've got a week left. It's very strange for me having a long Kickstarter, because yeah, it's usually, this would be the end. God, yeah, this would be the last day today. I've got a whole other week, which I'm so glad I've done because it just gives us more chance to get more cool bits. If you looked at the update, there was the blanks. I think I showed you some last week. These sort of things. Ooh. So I put a post up with those, showing they've gone to the caster now. No pressure caster, but yeah, I'm hoping they'll be back with Alan early in the week, and then a couple of them can get done before the end of the campaign. But yeah, Alan's list's pretty long. I'm hoping to see something this week. I can't remember what he said ATA he's working on at the moment, I think. He's sort of just doing it in an order of what makes sense, and he's been ace. Alan, the main sculptor, sort of mostly let him just do his thing because he knows what he's doing, which is a really refreshing sort of thing. We'll all stay here if you want to go and get more coffee, Annie. I'm kind of tempted, and then I could get the chicken coop for you. But I should probably just not. I keep looking at my teeth and God, I'm drinking too much coffee at the moment. I'm turning into one of those coffee fiends. What else was I going to add? Doggos, blanks. Yeah, there'll be more sculpts. Marty spontaneously drew World War II Annie, which is amazing. So I'm guessing that that World War II, was it? Yeah, World War II Annie might have to be an unlock, almost certainly. It's just a me getting a gun out of a bag. The only downside is that the glasses are quite a big deal. Well, big deal. They're, you know, not iconic. Yes, it's the iconic look. But, you know, who is this person? This can't possibly be Annie. Oh, Tea Towel, yeah. This can't possibly be Annie. She doesn't have her spectacles on. But when you sculpt spectacles, a lot of the time they'll end up looking like sunglasses, which doesn't fit with the look. So I might not give them glasses. Although I do like the glasses that Banani has. So we'll have a look. Banani. But yeah, so I reckon I want to be an SOE and have that as a single. And then maybe if people aren't into World War II, they'll back for an SOE Annie. Swanee. I'm well up for tea towels. It just needs 10 people. I'm interested to see if other countries do this, because I only know my experience in Britain, but there's this weird culture of making children draw themselves, and then it gets put on a tea towel, and they're always in like blue or red, and you have to write your name underneath. And weirdly, I know exactly what mine looks like. I can see it now. I remember doing it. And the mum's panicking because someone said, oh, it's a keepsake, and I bet she's got rid of mine. I know what it looks like though, so I could redraw it. Yeah, they're almost, yeah, like synonymous British culture, but I don't know if it's a worldwide thing, so I'm interested to know if people from other countries go, what? No, we don't do this strange child's face on a bit of cloth, like the Turin shroud. But when I put the collage together of all the chickens, it really made me think of that. What was I going to say? Yes, so I want to make tea towels, and as I was typing the update yesterday, it went into like, I was typing it live basically, just going, and then we could do tea. Oh my god, yes, let's do tea towels with the chickens. That would be so cool. So we could actually do it, and I just want them to exist. So if 10 people, I might do a poll or I don't know, just not pre-order. I just need to know that 10 people will buy them at £10, and then we'll be able to do it. And I'll digitally edit them so they're just totally linear, because I had a very quick tweak on the collage. It's just because they're photos of paper, so there's shadows and stuff, but I can edit all that down so they are lines, and you could write your name underneath. And we could get some more entrants basically, to see if anyone else wants to add their chickens in. You've got to be a backer though. Then we can do it, and that would just be amazing. We've got two. I bet Angelia take one as well. I'm just going to go peer pressure people now to do it. Totally need to have tea. It's just ridiculous and I love it. And it would make everyone smile to have their own like class of World War II Kickstarter chickens. And yeah, you write your name underneath. Yes, I think we should. And get some more chicken people in. More chicken people in? I will go and get the chicken coop from downstairs if nobody disappears. I won't make another coffee because otherwise I will be here for hours, but I would like to show you the chicken coop. I don't think I've got the chickens with me. What's down? There's just stuff. I get samples off the caster and then I just have my house is just full of metals and all that. When Angeli was here on Friday, I pointed out my fruit bowl is always it's like, I won't be one of those people that just fill their fruit bowl with crap. I haven't. I fill it with sample casts. I noticed my caster is not watching today. Well, it hasn't alerted me that he is. He was messaging quite late last night, so I don't think he is up. I bet he's still in bed. Or he's sulking because I was comparing him to Fraser Crane. Right, wait there. I will be a minute and I'll just get the chicken coop for you. Sweet. I'm back. Woo. Navigating the really messy room. Nearly back. Don't knock anything over, Annie. Yes, she is. I'm back. What did I miss? Da-da. Oh no. Right, I have some chicken stuff. I'm going to do a video, actually after this I'll do it because I'll make sure I do it then. Just showing it off in better detail. Hiccups now. Right, sorry, get comfy again. So this is the piece de resistance. This is the main chunk of it. It's one piece, which is outstanding. This set is sculpted by Ristal, the one and only. Notice he's not here. Maybe he's still in bed. What's it with you all? Little ramp for them chickens to get up. So one solid chunk. And then we've got these fence bits. Again, they're not just standard fences, they've got these little Ristal details at the bottom. Hey Angela, you should put a link to your stream again. Woo woo! Put it in the comments. Woo! So you get that. Some of the chickens come sitting on eggs. I don't know why I went, they're not guinea pigs. Whoop. They're just so characterful, I love it. What have we got? We've got that. Oh, there are other pieces actually. I think I might have lost them. There's things all over the place. There's like a little feed bowl, I'm sure. So there's a chimkins. There's a little basket of eggs. So you get that. You get an empty nest, but this big chonk chicken that everyone loves. Da, da, da. Mother hen. She actually fits in there like a blooming, what's it? Those little Playmobil. Yeah, so that can go in there if you want, or it could just be chickening around somewhere else. Oh yes, this piece. Is this him? No, the cockerel. Is one piece that does attach to this, although it's made so you don't have to. I cannot. There we are. It's hard to hold it and show you, but that fits on really nicely there. So he can be on the top going, which is amazing. She's an absolute unit, yeah. And then what's hard to show you is, yeah, I think I've mixed some of the chicken up with the, so there's stuff all over here. I think I've mixed it up with the beer set a bit. I can't remember which is which. I have to have a look at the picture. So then you also there's a separate pack which is just chickens. So same with the pigeons as well. So it means that you can, if you just want a few animals, you don't want the whole kit, you can do that. They're so small. They do look like little penguins. And then there's just loads of them in just sort of variants of derp. That's just a bit of something. And the smallest, how small do they go? This little guy. And then, oh, hello, a very small chicken that looks a little bit devious. And all these little ones have just got a flat base, rather than trying to get tiny little chicken legs. It means you can just glue them straight on the base like that. Oh yeah, so by splitting them in, so with the pigeons as well, there's just pigeons and then pigeon gear. Means that you can either get both for a deal, let's have a look at that, or if you want both but you want some more pigeons or chickens, you can do that as well as, yeah, if you just want some. The main coop set comes with a few chickens as well. These are just this. I had the bag out at Warfare, so yes. I'm going to do a second drawing of the chickens as well for a second prize, I've decided. Because I didn't realise, when I drew the first one, I didn't realise it was Sophie from Needy Cat, and I thought it's maybe a bit too affiliated. Don't worry, Sophie, you will get a prize too. But I think, let's do another one. So I've just got to refold some of them, and that means there will be a second winner. Basically, yes, you have to be a solid customer and not an associate. They're not associates, but I thought some people might be a bit, because we're in the same building or something. So I'll do... also, 2 prizes. Winning. Oh, sorry about that. But if we do this tea towel, there's going to be a chance for you all to add a chicken to the tea towel, and that's just going to make my heart sing. Have I got them all folded up? No, there's a couple more. Whoop. Just fold these up and let's do the second chicken draw. Plot twist, 2 prizes. Bristol has shipped the pigeons, so I'm expecting them any day now, which is amazing, and so I can actually photograph them and put them around stuff. Oh, I need to do the pigeon ears as well, so today I'll have to do some concept, figure out what the pigeon ears should look like, because they definitely got to get unlocked, haven't they? Pigeon ears. Right, I'm gonna have to draw myself. I'm not. So. Oh, tea towel, but I'd have to do the tea towels. But you are correct, Anjali. Assuming we get tea towels sorted, whoever wins second prize, as well as first, which was Sophie, you can get a tea towel. Am I not affiliated ball? It's a lot of pressure, because I know, like, loads of them I'd probably have to redraw. So I've got one here. Which one is this? See, it's my mum's chicken. She's not allowed to win. Mum, you can have a tea towel. In fact, yeah, let's have 3 winners. Mum, you can have a tea towel, as long as you don't bin it. That is a mighty fine chicken, though. Look at that, everyone, just for a moment, just to appreciate my mum's chicken. Brave and honourable chicken there, on the telly. It is an Ultramarines bowl. I'll get a cease and desist now. Do not put an ultramarine bowl on your Bad Squiddo stream. So let's turn over, go. No. Available from Warhammer World. Right, here's one. See what this is. Double check. This one. This is the other winner, which I believe is Kiffer, from my lookings, because that's the one that was blue. So if this is your chicken, you have won a tea towel. I've got to do tea towels now, haven't I? So there's the second prize. Work. Army chicken. This whole chicken thing has made me so happy. I'll put a little post up as well. If someone could screenshot that would be excellent. I'll hold it there for a second until someone says they've screenshotted it. Anyone? Chuck me a little screenshot. Could probably do it myself, but I'll end up cancelling the stream or something. So I reckon someone's got it by now. See more chicken shenanigans. So I'll be having a look at the Kickstarter today, tinkering around with the stretch pool, starting to get some more. Thanks, Jimmy. Can you pop that over to me in the chat, in the messenger or something? It just means I can put it on the update. I don't know what's unlocking next, by the way. I didn't expect. The dogs had a really good surge, which was lovely. So I need to look at the stretch pool. There is going to be some. I did say at the start. Oh, we'll be getting polls to unlock. Choose what we unlock next and all this, and I did do a list your favourite SOEs, so I need to go through those too. But the joy is we have a whole week left, so all of this can happen. I just wanted to make sure when we were unlocking that the things we were unlocking, there was a good chunk of things we either had. Thanks, Jimmy. I see it, it's just there. Things we either had artwork or some sculpts in progress for, just so it wasn't lots of silhouettes. So as we get later on, we can do a bit more of the stuff that needs to be started. But on the blanks, the update where I showed the new blanks, there's 3 child blanks. So there's medium child, small child, and sitting down child. So evacuees are definitely happening. I just need to figure out now how many and what they're doing, apart from just looking sad with all their gear. One is definitely having guinea pig in the box. So I might actually do a bit of sketching today. I'm not sure. Supposed to be taking it easy, but sketching and sitting down's pretty easy. It's better than my alternative plan, which was to be sort this Room of Doom out, which I don't really want to. So yes, I'll be planning some more of those. The Bofas, again, sorry if you pre-ordered the Bofas, I just totally ran out of time by the end of the week, but the goal is to get them all shipped on Monday. Yes, Girl Guides are on the list, and I still haven't got the Queen sorted yet either. So there's still lots of sortings to do. Totally gas masks as well as talking to Sarissa and Two Fat Lardies that I'm liaising with for various stuffs as well. So I'm an extremely busy Annie, so I really do appreciate all of your understandings, because managing this is a full-time job, just the Kickstarter. As you see other companies that have their own like various departments for all this, it is just me. So even though I'm not sculpting them, there's people, I've still got to do the research, get all the details together, manage all of that, manage the casting and the pricing and all that. All the graphics for the page, all the updates, all the sharing across the internet, all of that, whilst doing all of the standard day-to-day Bad Squiddo things. And my health is like this at the moment, which is inconvenient at best. Again, just to skim over it, I struggle with mental health issues, but that then cuts down the time that I have, so I'm already at like max, and then I'll lose time because of that. So then when I'm back, like I feel like I'm quite back today, I'm then rushing around trying to get caught up with all of the stuff, and then I get physically ill, so like Friday night. So I'm in this bit of a cycle, and it's a fun ride. So yeah, any understanding is so appreciated. It's awesome, and you're all a super bunch of folk. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna maybe have some breakfast. Thank you very much, all of you. Go check out the Kickstarter if you haven't yet. Oh yeah, do my standard thingamies. There's probably stuff unlocked that you haven't seen yet, so go and have a little look. It's on the front page, on the updates. There is a link there. And maybe by the time I write the update this afternoon, whatever the next thing is will be unlocked too. Yes. And I'll have some pictures of some good boys and girls doggos as well. And what else? Yes, so go look at the Kickstarter. Join the mailing list. I need more people on the mailing list. That's there. That's on the website as well. Everything's on the website. You must be following the page if you're here, but double check that you are. Look up the Twitter and Instagrams as well. I put lots of spoilers in the Instagram stories because they're temporary, so keep an eye out for them. But I do trick you by doing some like unreleased mini spoilers and then videos of guinea pigs, so you gotta watch them. Felicity asked earlier, the Amazons, when are they due out? They'll be out after the Kickstarter, so in about a week or so I will put them out. And yes, that's a treat for the people that probably, I know there's definitely a section of people that are like, why is she doing more World War II? I want to do more fantasy cool stuff. So I'm holding those for you folk, so after the Kickstarter I will then show you a load of fantasy stuff. But I just didn't want to, I'm already overcrowding everything, so I'll do that afterwards. But if you're in the UK, you should be able to get them in time for Christmas then, which is cool. And one more thing, I do gift cards. Look at the gift cards on my website. They're physical cards and they're really good. And there's been a nice surge of people buying them this week. It just makes me happy. And they're not a crappy little one. You get a really nice card, and I can put little notes in it as well. Thank you very much. Again, goodbye. Ooh.